Okay, it's Tony Augello. I was fortunate to be a vice principal here and then a principal at Monsignor Johnson. And one of the most, I guess, memorable things was the building of the new school. So going from, I was fortunate to be in the old Johnson building, and then we moved over to Patches for 3 years, and we moved into this new beautiful building in which the school is presently housed in. So that was a memorable event to be part of the whole process, from being working with the CSAC, with parent council, and the local politicians, and working with the different members of the school board, pushing to get the school built, and deservedly so, in a state-of-the-art building at that point. So that was definitely a highlight, to see something come to fruition that the communities deserved. It was really important. Wow, just it's, being in the new building, I remember the day that we had the students come in for the first time. The staff was all here. We had music playing in the lobby. The students walked in, and just seeing the sheer joy and excitement in their faces was magical. It was just priceless. And seeing it and just walking around the building for the first time from where they had been, especially the ones who were here at the old building, and then being at Patches and traveling back and forth from their communities in school buses, then back here, seeing it was just priceless. And and it opened up different programs for aesthetic. For example, the aesthetic program, the hairstyling aesthetic program opened up, and the woodworking program, which we really didn't have, and the gym, the state-of-the-art gym, having a theater, having a proper cafeteria with food service. It was all something that was deserved by the community, and they really cherished it. So I was happy to be a part of that, and witnessing it and being a part of that growth in the community. Yeah. Funny. Well, there's a lot of funny things happened. I think one of the funniest things is when we were still at the old building here, is we had to rescue a skunk out in the back parking lot, and it had one of those plastic rings that you'd find on the lids of Coke cans or whatever, and the skunk had it around its neck. And we caught it on camera, and Mr. Rossi had gone out there trying to save this skunk and not getting sprayed at that point. But it was quite funny and comical seeing it. In time, the kids were having a real joke with it, because they all sat back and watched it happen in the back parking lot. But it was quite funny, and there was a lot of other instances. Seeing the community come together and laughing at some of the the shows that we had on in the theater, and some of the musical concerts we had. It was a lot of fun. So it was some really good times, needless to say. Yeah. Well, the defining event, I did mention it already. As a defining event, it's, aside from a yearly defining event, I think definitely was the graduation ceremonies that we had. I think it was a celebration for the students, their families, and the staff, because it was something that they started the 4 years previous, and they worked to get to that point. So that was a yearly thing. That's one of the nights I enjoyed the most, and being there and congratulating the families and the students and the staff, for that matter, because everyone worked to that end. I think a defining moment in terms of all my years here was that first morning when all the kids, the students, walked into the new building, seeing the joy, the excitement, the hope in the community, and something that they deserve. So I think that was a real defining moment in moving into the new building. It really is a special community. It's a strong community. It's a resilient community, I found. From the years of, they moving from the old building, moving to, the Patches building, which is at Finch and the 400, and busing the students back and forth. I think while we were there, we had something like, 16, 17 buses. Students would be picked up at their local elementary schools and bused back and forth. So a resiliency from the community, the students itself, the staff, working towards a goal, and and giving the students an opportunity to grow in this want to have success for everyone. Because, and I tell the staff, is, we derive our success from our students' success. So seeing them successful, then we're successful. Yeah, so it is community, good, like, as it's been said, and I'd mentioned it earlier, like, I find Johnson was one of the best kept secrets in Etobicoke. And coming back into the building is just wonderful. It brings back some great memories, some really good memories. Seeing the people and just walking around, it gives us home feeling, like you're going home. Definitely. The school was, for me, it was a growth period for me. So as a VP, it was my first school as a VP. Actually, my only school as a VP. I was fortunate to work with some real good administrators. Joe Brady was as a mentor, really helped me along in terms of learning and learning. He was an excellent role model in terms from a compassionate and running an administrative standpoint for the school, and just seeing it and just sometimes making some difficult decisions, but in your heart it's the best decision for this community and the students. But this was it. It was a good time, time to learn, and a time to celebrate the successes.